from team, 8 seconds left. What are they going to surprise us with? And they are surprising us with the Templar Assassin, great pick, great hero all in all, with the both fighting and a great farming potential, very versatile, yet being quite sensitive to being shut down in the very beginning. And when you got the Earthshaker who can rotate to the mid lane in the top situation when you're playing against the Conquer, even being a Templar Assassin with the meld and the refractions may be the issue. So let's see how the teams are going to deal with each other. Where are they going to place the wards? What a great jolly melody from the Admiral Conquer. The Phoenix is tipping on the top. Meanwhile, the Earth Spirit is already there. He's placing a ward to see the rotations and to see all the pulls. The Phoenix is going for more of a classic starting, and it's actually great. Now let's see if the Sven will move out. Both teams are being quite careful right now. Probably the Earth Spirit could have tried to snatch the rune. It feels like both teams are kind of outthought themselves, and now they are trying to dodge. That's actually quite funny. By trying to dodge the aggressive tri lane from the side of the elite wolves from the very beginning, and almost getting into this trap by themselves. With the decision of the elite wolves, they're kind of getting a little bit more safer right now. Conquer is already moving on the bottom lane. Maybe right now there is a time for them to realize that the things aren't going that good, but probably I actually misunderstood something, and it's gonna be the Sula Ursa against the Abaddon, and that's actually interesting because I never saw anything like this before, and that's actually quite smart. Ursa is that kind of a lane who can bully out any melee hero in the Fury swipes. And here, first spell on the top lane, and we see the Earth Spirit trying to bully out the Conquer. Here comes the follow-up from the Silencer. It doesn't feel like the lane with the Conquer in Shaker against the Silencer will be able to feel quite safe there. Will constantly lose their HP. They are trying to go on Sven, but it feels like the Conquer is going down instead. There was a counter initiation by the Jer. Actually, it doesn't really feel like the tri-lane which Elite Wolves decided to pick is going to do something. I actually don't even understand who is really trying to farm here. The Earthshaker got the sentries in the stash. Guess he is not that kind of a greedy carries. The Earth Spirit is rolling in one more time, and the Conquer is going down. He is losing another 2 intelligence, but no, he's managing to outrun the Sven. There is 1 second to the Stormhammer and the Mango on the Sven. It is definitely gonna be the death on the Conquer, but he's managing to outrun, and it feels like it's gonna be the death of the Phoenix instead. There is still no mana for the Fisher. On the Earthshaker, the Earth Spirit is missing his roll, but it still ends up in the death of the Phoenix. He's bullying out the Shaker. Shaker still got 2 more clarities, so that's not that big of a deal. Meanwhile, the Silence on the minute 2 already got 4 intelligence. That's quite of a boost for him. Especially when he's taking the intelligence for from such kind of heroes like the Kanka, who naturally doesn't have that much mana and this kind of stats all in all. Ursa is almost out of the region, but the Baron is constantly having to back off. In the mid lane, here comes a tough fight. The Earth Spirit rotated. They almost managed to kill the Buck. Buck got a cell. Everything is going to be alright for him. He managed to survive this. So, if the Elite Wolves won't be able to make Unknown team to play their fighting game, there may be a lot of issues. Our Spirit is standing in the position. He is running onto Buck. Buck is dodging. He still got a ward. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, there was a great rotation from the Kunkka. And they took down the Abaddon. That's a really pleasant pickup for the Ursa. Buck and the TA, they are living on pretty much the same terms. On the mid lane, here comes the hasted Kunkka. He got the X mark the spot. It doesn't feel like the T is going to get out. She still got refractions and the Fairy Fire, but too much of a damage is coming in. He's trying to fight back and at least try to take someone with him. He didn't manage great rotation from the Kunkka again, and he finally decided there is not much he can do on the top lane, so he really needs to rotate. There is really easy kills with the Puck, who is always glad to fight. There is also Ursa, who is a great fighter in the beginning, who is really tough to deal with. Abaddon now is really scared about the things which is going on, and that's right, Kunkka is already here. He's waiting for the good opportunity for the kill of the Abaddon. Unfortunately, the Ursa is being a little bit too confident about his moves, so it scares the Abaddon out. Probably he wouldn't go out anyway, and now he knows that the Kunkka is here, but he also sees that there is no mana on Kunkka. There is only the X marks the spot, and I'm not sure if only the X mark will be enough to kill the Abaddon. He's trying to get at least some kind of a farm. Meanwhile, Sven already finished his foul threads and he's going for the Mask of Madness build. That's a great item for the both fighting and the farming. Meanwhile, here Earth Spirit is already here to help his teammate, to help his Abaddon. There is a possible kill on the Kunkka, but Kunkka is being really careful. He's trying to dodge the rolling boulder, not to get anywhere close to the Earth Spirit. Probably they want to try to take down the Ursa, but Ursa already got the in range and he got the 1k HP and doesn't feel like really of some kind of a possible thing. Kunkka is coming back and the Earth Spirit sees him from the high ground. He's pinging him. Phoenix is standing in the mid lane. Probably they realize that the F-Shaker finally needs a little bit of the solo HP. They are trading hits with the Kunkka. Kunkka is just simply tipping out. There is not that much of a stance actually from the side of the Unknown team. There is only the Earth Spirit and the Vent stun. Here comes the cross on the Abaddon. He still is not level 6. There is no slow. Great stun on the Ursa. Probably that just granted the life to the Abaddon. Soon he will be completely safe with his borrowed time. And if he will be able to survive through the X mark the spot and the torrent, he got the possibility to just TP out. The Earth Spirit is just rolling out here. He also got the TP already for any kind of rotations. In the mid lane, TA is starting to dominate quite a lot. She's outlast hitting Puck pretty hot. Sven, meanwhile, is not really having any kind of a issues with the farming against the Earth Shaker. There is not much that Shaker can actually do. TA is reminding her teammate that it would be really good to get some stacks finally for her. Meanwhile, on the bottom, Urs is being really aggressive. He's trying to bully out everyone from the lane. Spirit finally got his boost of speed, so probably surviving against the Ursa will be a little bit better right now. There is no Bo2 on the Abaddon. He is going down. What a beautiful stun on the two people, but it is not enough. They're still enraged on the Ursa, and they will try to fight back. The Jar is trading hits with the Conker. Ursa presses enrage. Probably he expected the Earth Spirit to roll onto him and try to get him. But that unfortunately didn't happen. There is no orb on the puck, but he got the Invis rune that saves him from the TA. Shaker is going for the fast blink dagger. Actually, that's quite of an interesting pickup. He feels like he is lacking some consumables on the lane, but he will get his blink dagger quite fast. And that's actually maybe a game-changing turn. And the unfortunate turn here for the Earth Spirit, who was in the wrong time, in the wrong place. And the Ewolves now know that there is a huge of a stack for the TA. Probably they really want to take it, but there are not much things they can take it with. Obviously, if there is an orb of a puck, but Ancients are not that vulnerable towards the magical damage. It's gonna probably take a lot of the time, and TA already knows that they are trying to do something with her precious stacks. We almost got the ghost ship on the Conker. Meanwhile, the Sven is using his ult. Unfortunately, the Earth Spirit is missing his rolling boulder, but Sven damage was enough to take the Earth Shaker down. They're trying to chase down the Earth Spirit. Puck is using his ult. Dream Coil coming in. That's gotta be the death of the Earth Spirit. There is not much he can do here. Yet that was kind of a good trade. He gifted the kill for this Sven. Plus, they traded the offlaner for the position 4. It feels like it's really worth it. Plus, what's more important, they delayed the blink dagger on the Shaker. That's always a good sign. T is going for the Desolator. It feels like she's going to get it quite fast. There is still a huge stack which will make her much closer to the Desolator, but it feels like she won't have enough damage to take it down, probably. Probably she will need someone's assistance to take this down without the Desolator, or she will lose a lot of the HP and mana. We saved the quite of an efficient farming from the Unknown team. Actually, they're using and farming things quite fast. And Puck is going for the Sven kill. He chased him down while he was farming the Ancient Creeps. The Jolly Rune of a Haste granted a kill for the Puck. Meanwhile, Conqueror was getting the solo XP and farm on top. That's always great. Orsicat of Vlads, and probably he can try to take Roche. That's where he's going in right now. There was no Sven. The Temple Assassin actually granted a Mithril Hammer after this stack, which his team made for him. Actually, the Unknown team must suspect that there is an Ursa there. The TA is popping the trap there. They see the Ursa, the Shaker standing in the position. He's taking down the Roche quite fast, and here comes the Ghost Ship. There is no more refraction chain charges. They don't have a detection over the TA, but there is still a lot of damage coming in. There is still a silence, orbs, and many other things. It's gonna be the death of the TA unless he can't even really blink out anywhere, and they're just letting him go. Everything you need to survive in such kind of a situation is know that the opponents don't have any kind of a detection and just be patient enough and probably grow some balls like this TA did. That was quite of a impressive getaway from him. Actually, it seems a little bit unbelievable that he will be able to survive there, but the Ewolves are being really generous right now, and they're letting their opponents survive. There's a blink dagger on the Shaker. Silencing is in a dangerous position. He's trying to zone him out. The tower is almost dead. Sven pops the bomb. Here comes the silence. Marnus Phoenix. There will be no supernova. What a beautiful, beautiful dunk from the Shaker. They are trying to chase down the silencer. He's gonna be dead really, really soon. They probably tried to take down the Earth Spirit too, but he was a little bit faster, so he just rolls out. The Adbaran is trying to escape. There is no borrowed time for him. Probably he will try to suicide for the creeps. There is no way he's going to escape here. Gets a lot of the move speed, but there is too many cash potential and the stuns. Great fighting, which was made by the Ewolves, and it feels like their plan with fighting a lot is starting to really work out. They're 6 kills ahead right now. Let's take a look at the network. They're leading 3k gold. That's quite of a bit. Sven really needs to run from the Ursa, even though Ursa is out of mana. He still got the 4 sticks charges, and if you're a melee, you will never want to vent fight the Ursa face to face, even if you're a Sven, especially when you're on your early levels. Probably it feels like the Unknown team really need to pick up the Blink Tag and the Desolator on the TA. And one more item on this Sven, because they are feeling a little bit too weak to take a proper fight right now. Meanwhile, the Elite Wolves are grouping up around the tier 1 on the top. They want to take this fight. There's going to be the Echo Slam. I won't say that it is quite soon. They still got the time to regen a bit. Ursa is really low on mana, but I guess they don't see that as much of a problem. He still got the Aegis and he's going to regenerate after that. There is a clarity for him. That's kind of a jolly pickup. Meanwhile, Puck was busy pushing out the lane, and that's actually quite good. The Abaddon is forced to defend his tier 2, and it feels like the tier 1 will go down without any kind of a fight for it. The Shaker is already standing in the position. He's ready to zone out anyone who will try to defend the lane. There is also the Kanka on the high ground with the Ghost Ship. Earth Spirit is standing in the woods. There is obviously 2 dangers to come too close to the tower. Unknown team got a lot of the doubts. It feels like they were trying to be around this area, but they finally understood that there is not really any chance that they are going to defend this kind of things. So they just decided to farm out. Tega actually got her a Blink Dagger first. Probably she hoped for some kind of a fight. Honk is standing here alone, and that's a really move which he shouldn't have done. He pops the Ghost Ship, but that's not enough. But yet, it is a lot of damage, and the Ursa is already here. He got the Blink Dagger and the Aegis. The Silence is dying really, really fast. His men fighting the Abaddon. The TA, meanwhile, is trying to take down the Shaker, and the Sven is catching him. They're taking down the Earth Spirit. He won't be able to stun anyone, won't be able to pop his ulti. There is still Supernova on the Phoenix. Sven is fighting the Ursa. Ursa is really fast. He got a Blink Dagger, he got the Aegis. There's already Boots of Travel, Veil of Discard, and the Blink on back. Actually, that's quite a lot of a farm, I must admit. He got 8k gold, and there is actually, he's out farming the Sven, who got a great farming abilities. I guess this Puck is playing really efficiently right now, and things aren't going that well for the Sven. He already died 2 times, and the Puck got the 6 kills streak. That's quite a bit. The Aegis is already gone. So the Elite Wolves can't be that confident about their actions that much anymore. They need to be a little bit cautious about the things they are doing. Probably that's actually quite of an interesting question. If we will see of any kind of the right-clicking shaker with some kind of a shadow blade and probably Daedalus or something like a Bloodthorn, I don't know, some kind of a that one-hit shaker from the shadow blade, or we will see the utility item built on the shaker with the 4 stuff, probably Aghanims and something like this. Here comes the fight, here comes the global silence. Buck can't do anything, he is silenced, he's trying to survive, he's still got the 9 sick charges, he's blinking out, but there is already the spirit in the position. What an amazing combination of the spells, the ghost ship into the dream coil, and here comes the burning Nova. The Nova is just burning everything out. Earth is she's enraged, there is no way to escape for the Unknown team for such a great combination of the spells, and there is a -5. What a beautiful synergy and the symphony of skills we just saw from the Elite Wolves. They didn't lose anyone. That was a great usage of spells. Actually saw Midas on someone, felt like. Maybe I'm wrong. Yes, there is a Midas on the Abaddon. Probably he wanted to get a little bit more of a critical mass. And when you're playing with the Sven and the TA who are just taking all your farm, taking all your creeps, there is not much you can do. Your Spirit tried to stun the Ursa, they're chasing him down. He got no Aegis, he's silenced. There is also 2-man turret and the ghost ship into the TA. The TA is going down very fast. The Sven didn't manage to save her in time. He's trying to man-fight the Ursa. The stun on the Conquer. But the ghost ship is doing too much of the HP boost. They're zoning out the Sven. And here comes the U.xiu. He got a blink. I guess he still doesn't have the Echo Slam. Probably he needs to be a little bit more cautious, or he will be caught in here. His blink dunk is being cancelled, and the Buck is chasing down the Earth Spirit, though it's a little bit far. The quite of a massive fight right here. The X mark on the Sven. He won't be able to do much. The Buck is just running away. The way the Elite Wolves are kiting the Unknown team is quite of an insane, actually, I must admit that. They are quite easily dodging all the fights or turning them into a very good way. Here comes the smoke. Probably the Unknown team is not really expecting this. There is no god strength, there is no way to fight, and they're taking down the Earth Spirit, and the important member of the Unknown team is down. Meanwhile, they also managed to take down the Silencer. There is no way they will be able to defend their tier 2. Probably the Elite Wolves will try to take down all the tier 2 towers first, cracking the high ground may be the big of an issue right now. Maybe that's too early and they need to pick up more items. Sven is so desperate about searching for the farm that he makes actually quite a good of a decision to move to the Dire jungle, because the Dire jungle is much more safe right now than his own right now. The Buck saw him, but there is no way he's going to chase him. Oh, he's actually going for it. No, he changes his mind. That's a little bit too deep for the comfort. And here comes the second Roche for the Elite Wolves. Will the Unknown team try to contest? They know that the Roche is there and the Ursa was there. There is a trap there. Konki is checking who is around. He'll be able to get out anytime he wants. He saw the Earth Spirit. And now he really needs to run really fast. Meanwhile, if we will take a look at the bottom, Buck is constantly pushing the bottom lane, so soon the Unknown team will really have to deal with these pack of creeps, which are always coming here. Will the Buck try to crack the tier 3? Actually, no, he didn't. There is no silence, and it looks like a really jolly time to either take a team fight without silencer or safely take Roche. Without the silence, there is not that much of a problem for the Elite Wolves. They're also devoting everything to binding their opponents. Buck is standing in the position. He got no blink dagger right now. Probably the TA will want to go in, but actually what's a great move, there is only the 30 HP. Will they try to take the Roche down? Oh my god, what a beautiful Echo Slam. There is an Aegis on the Buck. It already popped out. What a beautiful move from the Earth Spirit, but will it be enough to win the team fight? The TA is fighting, but there is not enough HP on her. The Sven is 1 against the 3, but he's being kited quite a lot. He manages to take down the Earth Shaker. What a beautiful two-man stun from the Earth Spirit, but he's dying after that. There is too much of the things going on. Only the Silence is managing to survive in this bloodbath. That was so close for the complete different way of how the fight could have gone. 30 HP on the Roche were separating the Unknown team from a really successful fight, it feels like. Unfortunately, the fingers of the Leo style were faster than the fingers of the Earth Spirit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
There is no hurry in the playstyle of the Elite Wolves right now. They're feeling quite freely to do whatever they feel like. Even though the Sven and TA are constantly farming, and they're still not going for the push, but we must admit that they don't have that much of a pushing lineup, and when everybody are alive, it's a little bit hard to try to take the towers. But as we already saw in this Roche pit fight, that slowly but surely the Unknown team are picking up the items which they really need, and things may go different really soon. Zen is constantly farming alone. He really needs to not share his farm with the TA, so like brothers, they're separating two parts of the map between each other, and sadly when there is like two brothers, there are still two supports and the offlaner who can't really take a farm from anywhere. Elite Wolves are deciding to get rid of the last tier 2 tower finally. Meanwhile, the Boris got caught in the unfortunate place. Probably they already saw him on ward, and that was a great pick off, but they lost their last tier 2, and it feels like that's more of a loss than for the Elite Wolves to lose their Earthshaker, who is still, even though he got the great Echo Slams and great zoning tools, he got the utility items. And actually things are going quite interesting right now, even though the Unknown team is seem a little bit of a losing position right now. They still manage to find the ways to kill someone, to get to pick offs, but unfortunately the Silencer tried to get away, but the Ursa was faster. He's not really afraid of anything, and he got a beautiful Desolator to take down any kind of a hero in 2 seconds. The Earth Spirit is getting out. The Buck is still chasing. Oh my god, he's going actually complete savage. He's not afraid of anything. The Earth Spirit is going down. Will they be able to kite the Sven? There's a halberd pickup on the Sven. That's actually quite interesting. That's a great item, but will it help against the Ursa? What a beautiful 2-man Echo Slam. What a beautiful symphony of skills we're seeing right now. And the Elite Wolves are completely executing the Unknown team. There is no mechanics to defend the high ground right now, even though there is no not much of a push in the towers lineup from the side of the Elite Wolves. And there is no way they can fight, the Unknown team can fight against them without the Sven. They're missing a huge part of their damage, and this is the first set of Rexes going down. They're still going for more. They don't have Aegis. Don't have anything. We also see the Ursa out of mana, and that's a really big issue, but the Rexes are falling too fast will they be able to finish it? The Ursa is in doubts. He's running here and there. The Earth Spirit is trying to get at least someone, and he almost got bursted down by the Puck. Puck is dodging the stun. Ace marked the spot on the Sven. Will there be a follow-up? No, they took what they wanted. They finished the one set of the Braxes and heavily damaged the second one. Upshaken is trying to get out, unfortunately 1 millisecond away from a beautiful stun from the Earth Spirit. He manages to survive. Puck already got level 3 Dagon. And he's even going for more, and it feels like the Silencer is not living a happy life at all. Neither the Earth Spirit, they are both being shut down quite easily, and while the Earth Spirit is suffering more from the Puck, it feels like, than from the Earth, because he can just roll out. The Silencer got no escape mechanisms against both of them. He already died 6 times, and the beginning, which was quite colorful and great for him, is already turned into something completely grim. He's going for the Medallion of Courage. Probably soon we will see the Solar Crest. It's a really good pickup against the Ursa, who won't get an MKB anytime soon. Instead, he's going for the BKB. In order not to be neither silenced or stunned by the Earth Spirit. That's a great of a pickup for the Ursa to just go Savage and go in anytime they want. But unfortunately for the Unknown team, there is almost 20k difference in the net worth, and it seems like overkill and the dreams are kind of being shattered, yet there is still Braxis standing. Probably there is a chance for a comeback for the Unknown team.
Dire's top tower was utterly destroyed.
They also finally finished all the tier 1s from the Dire side, and the Elite Wolves are grouping up here to finish the game, it feels like. Ursa got his BKB, so it's a great time. Probably he's hoping to find Sven or anyone right here. Oh, he decides to get rid of the shrine. And that's actually quite interesting. Here comes the Puck. Puck is in the position. The Phoenix is going in. The Ewolves scepter on the Sven. Stun burst from the Puck. Will there be a Dream Coil? Dream Coil is there. Sven is dying. The Earth Spirit got no way of escaping, it feels like. Here comes the Torrent, and they're both ended up dying. Even though they sacrificed their lives, they are still defending their set of Rexes. Probably if they wouldn't have been there right now, the tower would be already falling. But after this such kind of a situation, Sven is already dead for the 30. He's constantly losing gold. He's lacking quite a bit of money to finish his BKB. The T is trying to take down the Ursa, but the Ursa is too tanky. He pops up the Enrage. He's still got the BKB. He's been patient about it. The ulti on Abaddon is being popped. No refraction charges anymore. He's marked the spot. Global Silence. Conquer won't be able to do a follow-up, but the mid lane Rexes are falling. Sven is tipping in. Will he try to get someone? The Earth Spirit. What a beautiful ulti on the 4. Unfortunately, he's missing something. Instantly, he's being bursted down by the Puck. There is no Earth Spirit anymore. The BKB on the Ursa. X marked the spot on the Sven. He won't be able to get out. Burst the halberd on the Ursa. Ursa can't hit anymore, but there is a steel Puck who is just taking the Sven to death. It feels like it is the good game well played. And the first map is going for the Elite Wolves. A beautiful usage of their spells, amazing synergies. Let's see what will happen in the next game.